This is my music, and this is Alien Fetus device. I will explain how to use it, also with variations module, by the performance pack by Ableton. I will disable first the smoky effect, then change the noise formula. There are so many options to generate shapes. Let's increase the scale and also detail. Increase again. Let's change the color using different modes like hot, cold, or black and white. Let's smoke it again. Let's recall the parameters values by using the variations module. Smoke it again. Now let's try the audio reactive part. Peaks and ramp. Let's make it audio reactive. Now your shapes can audio react and palpitate. Be alive using the sound transients. Change color manually or using presets. Freeze the audio reactivity. Using the device with the variations module allows you to recall your parameter values at the right moment and work with your visual compositions. Record them. From minimalistic lines to complex shapes. If you want to learn how to use this device in detail, also using the variations module, just stay in this video. I will explain in detail how to use it. Thank you for watching. Download this device. The link is in the description. Hello guys, in this video I will show you how to use the Alien Fetus device. So the first thing to do once you install it, you will look for your Max for Live option here. Then in the browser you will look for alien_fetus. And this is the version you need. Then you need to select an audio track. This device works only in audio tracks, so you will drag and drop it in your audio track where you have your music. If you want to grab the audio of the entire song, then you will drag and drop it on the main output. So once you download it, you will see this shape which is already moving in here. And now I will explain the function of every button in here. So the first button here is the enable and disable the rendering process. Then you have this button in here, which is for the full screen mode. If you're not rendering, you won't see anything, so you would need to start rendering, then go full screen. If you want to use this device to your show, your concert, then you will use this window and give this window to your second monitor or your projector. So what I recommend is you stop the rendering process, you give this window to your second monitor or projector, then you go full screen, and finally you start rendering, okay? So, okay. Then you have this third button in here. This is to make visible or invisible the window. So you might ask yourself, well, why to make this window invisible? Well, this is useful if you are streaming your visuals via Siphon to another application. So this is useful if you want to use two different softwares to process your visuals. For example, let's try it. So you enable the Siphon feature, then you go to your other software. It can be, for example, Avenue or Touch Designer or MathMapper. Every application that uses Siphon as an input that can receive Siphon. So in your second application, in this case, well, this is included here in the sources. You will see if this button is already enabled. In your second application, you will see a option to receive the Alien here, and then depending on the application, you will receive that in your second application, and then you can use, of course, all the video effects or processing features of your second application. So right now we are not using this. This is just for demonstrating how to use the Siphon. So I will quit my Avenue software in here. Okay, so if you are using the visuals in a second application, then you will disable this window, and this will save resources in Ableton. Okay. So right now let's disable this function. Okay, you have this question mark button in here in case you want to go to the product page where you have the different resources and information about this device. Here you have the audio reaction part of this device. So this device can be audio reactive. So if you want to graph transients or attack peaks, the peaks, you will enable this one. So let's demonstrate that. I will disable this smoky video effect called smoky. So it will be more actually clear what I will do with audio reactions. If you want to grab an instrument sound, then you need to activate here your in device here. So I will use it this way. So because I am grabbing here the signal for recording this video. But right now, okay, so how it works. So you have here the peaks threshold knob. So the lower you go in here, more peaks you will grab. So it will start picking these different transients when this red or orange square is being visualized in here. See, now I am the shape is reacting to my voice. 1, 2, with my microphone. If you want to use a song or a clip instead your voice, then you will place this button here in auto, and wait a sec, then you will play, of course, your song. So right now I am grabbing a lot of peaks in here, so if you want less reaction, less peaks, you will put this at the right? So you will adjust that as you want. I will come back to my microphone mode here. Okay, so let me see. So you have also this other button, which are this is the amplitude envelope. So what is that? This is useful to make react the auto scale and also the auto tone. So the louder is my voice, more you will increase the scale with your voice volume or your instrument volume, and also the speed of the tones. So when these buttons are not enabled, then you can increase the scale or increase the speed of the tones manually. But if you are mapping the amplitude envelope to the tones and the scale, also you can use this scale multiplier and speed multiplier, so the speeds will go faster and also the scale is going to be bigger. See, it's to have more or less reactivity. This is why I placed here these multiplier buttons. Okay, I will put this again in my my transients reactivity and increase here. It will decrease the threshold so I have more reactivity, so you can see the shape reacting while I am talking. Okay, let's see, what else do we have in here? We have in this part of the device something called detail. So when you increase this, you will see the shape is going to become more complex. So you can change the formula that is generating this shape with this menu in here. So you have so many different options, and here you can, for example, change also the dimensions. So if you decrease the dimensions, you will see less lines or less points according to the drawing mode you are using. So for example, now I am drawing with lines, so the dimension will give me more lines or less lines. If I'm drawing with points, so here I will have less points, and increase the dimensions, I will have more points. And then I can use this point size button. So now the points are smaller, 1 pixel size. And if I increase the point size, then you will see how these little points are increasing. So let's see. Then you can increase the scale here. And yeah, and then now let's talk about color. Oh, well, we haven't tried yet. We haven't tried yet the different noise formulas that you can. So let's visualize. I will put that in black and white. So now I can see the different. You have noise distort. Let's decrease a little bit the detail. See, this is like kind of waves in here, noise gradient. the noise simplex. See? So with less points, because I am decreasing the dimensions. The Voronoi formula and noise value, cubic spline, then fractal, mono, and different fractals. See, so you really can achieve very, very different kind of shapes by changing this detail parameter in here. So see, now it's quite different. And if you increase the dimensions, you will increase, remember, more points. So you can achieve different results by playing with these parameters. So then now let's talk about color. You have here different starting points for working at your color. For example, these presets that I made, hot, cold, kind of matrix looks like the movie Matrix. And also soft, bubblegum, and black and white. But this is really, they're really starting points. The idea is that you can really synthesize your own colors in here. So I will explain to you how to do that. So like in computer graphics, you will synthesize colors using red, green, and blue channels. So if you start just like your starting point, like all the values at the middle. So if you want to do subtractive synthesis, then you will start subtracting the color channels like green, less green, for example, less blue. Then now you just have red in here. In computer graphics, only using red, green, and blue, you can practically achieve all the colors you want. If you want to make a additive synthesis for colors, then just start by adding red or green or blue, or a combination of the three, a little bit of red, for example, more green. Let's add brightness, see? So a little blue. And then you start synthesizing your colors. If you want kind of pastel colors, so decrease the saturation, and then you will achieve soft colors. See, if you want to do like kind of fade out of colors, color fade out with brightness at the end of the beginning, at the end of the show, you can just turn the brightness down, and this is like an intensity crescendo. See, so so now let's see how to use this device using as well the variations mode. Oh, by the way, I will show you how to use before this draw mode, the last one, which is called tree grid, will give you a 3D shape, not drawing in primitive modes. All these lines and pose modes are called primitives. This one gives you the 3D model. So you can see the reflections of the lights and the flat surface. So with this bubblegum preset, you can, it's like a kind of a bubblegum thing, see? Well, anyways, how to use the variations module by Ableton so you can actually recall or save the values of all the parameters in here. So the variations module it's given by free, but for the live 12 users. So you can download it here in the Ableton website. You will Google for performance pack, then you download it. In order to know how to use it in detail, you can see this video. Right now, I will just explain how to use it to automate your visual compositions in here. So once you install this module, you will go here in the browser and look for variations mode. So device, sorry. So then you grab and drop it. It can be just right by your device. And since In this tutorial, I will just recall and the values of these controls here of the device. I will select only the device option here, so I will disable the automation for the mixer and the sense. So what is that? Okay, let's first here, for example, let's create something that could be interesting for performance. I am changing here the draw mode, sorry, the formula. I set it to noise cell, and then I will pick here, let's see, let me see, lines and black and white. Then let's decrease the dimensions, the detail. Let's increase the detail, then increase the scale. Okay, let's suppose that I am happy with this result. Also, okay, let's make it torn. Okay, so let's say I'm happy with that. I will use it for the first part of my piece, music piece, and then I will just press here, new. Okay, so this is already being recorded. So I will record another interesting preset. Let's see, I will change the formula, let's say for Voronoi, and let's decrease the detail and bring the scale like this and change it to be, for example, red or orange red, like this. Okay, and then I will press new. Okay, now I want to recall the first thing, so it's like that, boom. And if I want to go to the second, it's like that. Yes, so now I can press these buttons, and at the right time when the music when I want it to be displayed in the right part of the music. So this can be MIDI mapped, which is cool. So in order to do that, you press this arrow button in here, and you will have this variations interface as a floating window. So these buttons in here will allow you to select the variation you want, and when you want to launch this variation, you press this arrow button in here, boom. See? So this can be MIDI mapped when you press the MIDI mapped button in here, and they are now ready to be mapped in your MIDI controller. So look how all the different controls in your Alien Fetus module are also ready to be mapped, which is cool. You can map every control in here to your MIDI controller, and then you can improvise with it on stage. So that's the idea, that you use this as a MIDI, well, as a visual instrument, actually. So I haven't mentioned this freeze button. This will actually stop the audio reactions, actually the peaks reaction. So the shape is not evolving anymore, it's just moving, right? And when you unfreeze it, well, you are making the shape evolve again. Okay, that's all for now. So remember this, if you have questions, please leave them in the comments, or if you already downloaded this device, you can ask questions to my contact mail. And if you have suggestions for features that you would like to see in the future versions of this module, you also can write to me. I am very, very motivated to be in contact with people that is using this device and who wants to collaborate. Also giving ideas if you want for the development, like a wish list of features. So the download link, if you have not this device, is in the description of this video, and also the subscription link for if you want to subscribe to my mail list, so you will have news about new devices and also opportunities for downloading free stuff when there's new things available, or also releases of new devices. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for using Alien Fetus. Bye bye.